Hi, and welcome back to Seasons, a YouTube devotional series based on my book by the same name. You don't need to buy the book in order to watch this series. You might enjoy the book, but please feel free to watch this without worrying about having to buy the book. Today I'm going to be sharing a little nugget from my distant past. This was in 1981, and I was attending a discipleship training school in Youth with a Mission in a rural area of Ontario. So let's begin. And I titled this A Winter's Caress. On a cool November evening, I joined a group of fellow mission students gathered for an impromptu bonfire in a protected gully at a Bible camp. The stars shone bright overhead, and a full moon illuminated our path, so the flashlights we carried were not needed. As most of us were from the Northern Hemisphere, we were well acquainted with numb fingertips and reddened noses at this time of the year. Those who had gone ahead had the fire blazing by the time the rest of us arrived, and we gathered around the circle, sipping on hot chocolate as we shared our hearts one with another. I was so caught up in the warm fellowship and the flickering flames and the crackling embers. A drizzle of water startled me as it dripped from my hair onto my cheek. Gazing up, I saw huge, perfect, fluffy snowflakes drift down from the sky, too numerous to count. Lost in the beauty, I stepped back from the flames and continued to gaze upward. The longer I gazed upward, the deeper my wonder became. An optical illusion caused by the shadow of the flakes falling into the light of the bonfire made it seem as if I were flying upward, shooting into the sky high above the stars. It seemed an eternity. It seemed a second. It was a timeless moment. My God and I. He blanketed the earth with his snowy glory, yet each snowflake that caressed my upturned face was like a personal touch. He covered the whole world with his love, yet he curled up within my heart with the soft, cool kiss of a snowflake. The reason why this night was so special to me was at this time in my life, there had not yet been a lot of healing in my heart concerning the wounds that I grew up with in an abusive home. I was pretty closed off. And yet somehow he caught me off guard. He got me at that very moment where my defenses were down. I believed I was a lost cause. I believed I was the only exception in the universe and that there was no way that God could ever break through and bring his healing touch to my heart. I love how God sneaks past our defenses. There's those moments, no matter how hard or how closed off we think our hearts are, that Jesus sneaks past those defenses. But it's at those moments when we feel him draw near, even if it's just for a split second, we need to choose to allow him to come closer. If your past is somewhat like mine, if you grew up with childhood trauma, it can be difficult to allow God to come near. But trust him that he knows just how gentle a touch that we need so we are able to respond to him rather than flinch away from him.